I did wonder when JJ Redick said we got to get in championship shape, and I did think of you because you wrote the book on Luka. How do you think this was received by him, where it's not being called out by name, but everybody knows he's saying you need to get in championship shape?
Probably about the same as when Jason Kidd would do it at the end of seasons and even Rick Carlisle at the end of seasons. I mean, this has been something that has been an issue for Luka throughout his entire career, even going back to the pre-draft process. It was one of the knocks.
But does this back up what the Mavericks did, Nico Harrison? His knock on him partly was, well, he wasn't in shape and he knew he couldn't play defense.
Well, what I have consistently said is the condition concerns are absolutely legitimate and still an insane reason to trade a generational talent months removed from him leading your franchise to the NBA Finals when he fully intended to stay in Dallas for his entire career. So the Lakers' first round exit does not justify the trade that was made. Are the condition concerns legitimate? Of course they are. And like you didn't need this to know that. Eh, Did people like has there been some kind of like optometrist revolution suddenly? Like, did you not have eyeballs? Were they not working? Of course, conditioning's been a concern with him throughout his career. He's still been a five-time first team All NBA player. The defense, and here's the thing those two things are directly related, right? Luka's obviously at his worst defensively when he's gassed. And well, when you play him the entire second half, that doesn't help matters. But you can build a good defense that protects Luka, that includes Luka. And I'm not saying like hypothetically. I'm saying it's happened on multiple occasions. The Mavericks did it the year they went to the conference finals. They were ranked seventh in the league in defense. They did it last year when they went to the finals. They were the number one defense for the final quarter of the season, and then that continued into the playoffs. Even the Celtics series, Luka had some terrible defensive moments. They lost that series because they couldn't score because the guys around him couldn't hit shots. And his defensive issues didn't help. But I'm saying, so yeah, the flaws are the flaws, but no, it doesn't justify the trade. And I absolutely, like the Lakers are ecstatic to be able to have the opportunity to try to build around this dude for the next decade.
But
And they've got a lot of work to do in that regard.
can you see a scenario where Luka doesn't stay in LA?
I mean, sure, I could come up with scenarios. I would be shocked if there's not some sort of extension this summer.
Okay.
And what that looks like, there's a lot of factors. I don't want to bog you down with CPA minutia and all that kind of stuff, but with what I know of Luka, and I haven't talked to him directly about this, but talking to people who know Luka well, I think he absolutely wants to give the Lakers, like he's fully committed to LA now. His heart was broken, but he's fully committed to the Lakers. And, his goal now is to win championships with that franchise.